Moving on, the big story that we are focusing on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina finally inked the historic land boundary agreement today. And following that, the Prime Minister's office tweeted that history is made as the instruments of ratification of the land boundary agreement are exchanged. This after holding a one-on-one meeting with the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with Sheikh Hasina also flagged off 2 new bus services. And currently, meeting is underway between Prime Minister Modi and Sheikh Hasina. There was that first restricted meeting and then, of course, delegation level talks follow. But India Today also has exclusive information that top of the agenda as far as those talks are concerned. For Dhaka, they will be insisting on joint management of common rivers, while New Delhi will seek greater cooperation from Bangladesh against terrorism, especially in the wake of that, military ambush in Manipur. Also, perhaps seek a repatriation of Anup Chetia as well, Ulfa leader. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi, starting off his Dhaka tour today, visited the Bangabandhu Memorial, the museum in Dhaka, paid tributes to founder of Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He also paid homage to the martyrs of the 1971 Liberation War at the Savar National Memorial, which is around 40 kilometers from Dhaka city. He arrived in Dhaka this morning at around 10 o'clock to a rousing welcome at the airport, and in a departure from protocol, Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina received Mr. Modi at the airport itself, actually crossed over the tarmac and received him just close to his special aircraft as well, where he was accorded ceremonial guard of honor. And you can also see some visuals of celebrations at these enclaves, really, where finally these 51,000 odd residents will now have a citizenship to claim. A pact that was signed by Indira Gandhi and Mujibur Rahman in 1974, but took so many years for a final ratification in the Indian Parliament. Joining me in the studio is diplomat Mr. Rajiv Dogra, somebody who understands both Pakistan and Bangladesh and India's relation with these countries very well. Mr. Dogra, you can see those celebration visuals of children, old men, really, with that flag painted over them. What does it mean, really, to have this LBA inked, sealed?
Well, there are 2 significant features of this. One, for the 2 countries concerned, because after a long time, there is a settled boundary between India and Bangladesh. It could not happen till 1971 because of the kind of relations that Pakistan chooses to have with India. But post-71, Bangladesh was quick off the feet and it approved the exchange of territories in 1974 itself. So we took time, we took quite a lot of time. Now that it has been signed and sealed and the instruments of ratification exchanged, it means that people living in those enclaves, which were a historical legacy from British times and princely times, can now not only claim and enjoy all rights of citizenship, but also all the benefits that the development of the respective countries can bring to people. Be it in health services, be it in education, be it in terms of employment. So they are now joined with their motherland, so to speak. So I think it is celebration time for them and also a time for satisfaction for the people of the 2 countries.
And also, very interestingly, remember, Bangladesh is perhaps the only country now that India has not just settled its land disputes with, it had also earlier settled its maritime disputes with. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi may have signed the historic land boundary agreement, but back home in India, a political war has erupted over his visit to Dhaka. The Congress has hit out at the PM and accused the BJP of double standards on the land boundary agreement with Bangladesh. The party says that when UPA wanted to sign the land boundary agreement, the BJP had opposed it, citing national interest. In fact, Rahul Gandhi, the party vice president who was in Kolkata today, attacked both Narendra Modi and Mamata Banerjee over the land boundary agreement. The Congress vice president said that West Bengal CM had refused to accompany Manmohan Singh to Dhaka during his visit to Bangladesh. And Digvijay Singh too lashed out at Modi over the issue and blamed BJP for blocking it during the UPA regime. While attacking Mamata, the left too has echoed Congress views.
जब हमारी सरकार थी, बांग्लादेश में हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जाना चाहते थे और उनसे हमने बातचीत की, उनसे कहा कि आप चलिए हमारे साथ, बांग्लादेश चलिए। और आपको याद होगा, ममता जी ने कहा नहीं, एकला चलो रे, अकेले जाओ। अब मोदी जी हैं तो एकला चलो रे नहीं, अब हम एक साथ जाएंगे। एक साथ जाएंगे मोदी जी के साथ। तो ये क्यों हो रहा है?
यूपीए सरकार में डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी बांग्लादेश के साथ समझौता करने जा रहे थे, तो इन्हीं ने, मोदी जी ने और भाजपा के नेताओं ने इसे राष्ट्रहित के विरोध में बताया था। जो भी निर्णय यूपीए सरकार का इन्होंने विरोध किए, अब उसी को वो अपना रहे हैं। ये बात इससे साबित होती है कि इनका विरोध बिना सोचे समझे था और देश हित में यूपीए के द्वारा उठाए गए सारे कदमों को अब इन्होंने अपना लिया।
The Congress is crying foul, but also in between, in fact, is Sheikh Hasina there in Bangladesh. After that exchange of instruments, she thanked all Indian political parties for extending support to the land boundary agreement. Ms. Dogra, really, when you look at this, is it pure pettiness of political compulsions? Because at the end of the day, the land boundary has finally been passed unanimously in both houses of parliament. While it is also a fact that when Deepu Mani had come and spoken to Amit Shah, or when the then High Commissioner of Bangladesh, Tariq Karim, went all the way to Gujarat and met Narendra Modi, at that point they actually didn't go by the team spirit which they now cite.
Well, I think the congratulations are always due to the one who is the victor, and the government of the day takes credit. So why should it not? The fact is that during Dr. Manmohan Singh's time, Mamata Banerjee was not taken on board, and that was the main block to a number of agreements with Bangladesh.
She was not taken on board, or is it the reason that perhaps it was a diplomatic emissary like Mr. Menon who was sent to her instead of a political heavyweight like Pranab Mukherjee?
Well, how could I criticize my own colleague? So anyway, the fact is that the political approach was not taken during Dr. Manmohan Singh's time, and Miss Mamata Banerjee reacted in the way that she did. Now that politically she has been approached, she is present in Dhaka, she has witnessed the signing ceremony. So that by itself is evidence that in foreign policy also the state concerned must be taken on board, because it is directly involved, whether it is Teesta or land boundary agreement.
Yes.
The other thing is, which we as citizens of this country must understand, that suppose our relations with Bangladesh were like they are with Pakistan, can you imagine the havoc it would cause in having three fronts which are disturbed?
Yes.
Pakistan, China and then Bangladesh. So in fact it should be time for celebration that now we have a settled boundary on our eastern side, and we have also been generous, though it was an internationally
in the maritime
boundary.
Sir.
We have got less than our fair share, I would say, but we have been gracious enough.
Yes, sir. But of course, when it comes to politics, there will be barbs that will continue, of course, to be traded. And interestingly, as Mr. Dogra was stressing, that entire importance of a federal consensus in foreign policy, those visuals, in fact, today we saw where Mamata Banerjee and Narendra Modi, in fact, were in a conversation before Narendra Modi went into official talks with Sheikh Hasina, spoke volumes about themselves. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Hasina has praised Narendra Modi, and India today has accessed portions of the joint statement. She has said that we are proud to see him in Bangladesh. We will take the bilateral relationship to a new high. We have exchanged documents to ensure a solution to a big human problem of the two countries. We also respect the contribution of President Pranab Mukherjee. We remember the contribution of India in the freedom struggle. This will enhance us as a power in South Asia. This was a dream of Bongo Bandhu. We need to develop in all fields. And even Bangladesh economy has improved. PM Modi believes that this will not stop at connectivity. This is just the beginning. Asia will benefit from it. Modi has assured us all help, and border issues have been discussed. There will be zero tolerance towards terror.